please start us off with your overall thoughts about the
Well, I thought, thought we had tremendous energy, great leadership. Guys played incredibly hard. It's been a tough couple of weeks for these guys, but we'd gotten better, and we just needed one little juice to get us a win there. And I'm so proud of how they played and their effort, and just let one slip away.
Open it up for questions.
Konner, you guys go up 19 with about 11 minutes to go, and then it kind of all just slipped away. What in your mind caused you guys to lose the momentum you had?
Some little things got away from us. I struggled a little bit in that stretch as well. There were a couple really bad possessions that definitely did not help us. Momentum started flowing their way, and we had a hard time trying to get back in our favor.
Zach, you hit that three to put you up 19. In your mind, then what happened after that?
I mean, I think that, like Konner said, that some little things happened. Like on offense, we were sticking a little bit. The ball wasn't moving as much as it was to get the lead. And then, yeah, just like the little things, little missed blockouts, little missed help side positions we should be in. It's the little things that got us.
Coach, last 4.5 minutes, only one touch for Tyler. Was that a matter of them denying him the ball? How are they able to keep it out of his hands?
Oh, credit them a little bit on that. It gets down into a situation there. We got the looks we wanted to get. We got open shots. Using Tyler a little bit there as a decoy. Up 30 points, and they hit a 40-footer there at the buzzer to give them the 33. But when the ball, you can play defense through offense, and we were having multiple people touch the ball, and everybody was in tune and locked in, and effort was fantastic, and I thought it carried through for a long, long time.
Yeah, defensively, you just mentioned that. I mean, a lot of buckets off of steals and things like that. Well, how much did this defense play a role in, again, that first half?
For us?
For you, yeah.
Again, I just think when multiple people touch the ball, they stay engaged. When the ball sticks, then everybody kind of doesn't get flow. And when we played good defense because on the offensive end, everybody was engaged and stuff like that. And but the other thing was, every time the ball went up, we had a great shot of rebounding. I mean, we wanted to bottle the boards both halves, and a lot of times we didn't get it. We tipped it till our teammate got it. So it kept us engaged.
Zach, when you hit that three to go up 19, what was that feeling like? Because obviously you do have that injury. How bad is the injury, and then what did that feel like just to make that three?
Well, I'm not really sure about the injury yet. We still got to get checked out because it just happened a couple of days ago. But, I mean, it felt good, obviously. I mean, we were on a roll at that point, so our bench was hyped, our team was hyped. It's a good feeling, but then, I mean, that all goes away when we give it up.
Zach, what was this stretch run like for you? You guys had, I think you lost 6 games by a single possession, so what was that like to just go through being so close but not being able to break through?
I mean, it's tough. It's tough losing games, especially when they're close. And I mean, but the thing is, like, we kept fighting, we kept making them close. We wasn't getting blown out as much, so I mean, we were just trying to fight, but we just had a hard time finishing games. And today was an example of that.
Coach,
yes.
This year started a lot of expectations for your team. A lot of fans were really excited about it. Well, what went wrong? Losing 7 straight to end this season and be in this position again as in many years before.
Well, I think as a coach, you do a lot of self-analyzation of everything, and the one thing that I would say is it's a 31, 32 game season, and you're going to have spurts where it goes well, and you're going to have spurts where it doesn't go well. And, looking back on it, it'll take a couple weeks here to think about it and stuff, but looking back on it, it wasn't a gouge, it was the paper cuts that kind of got us. And, but they kept fighting, the team kept fighting, they kept coming. We resold a message through tough times, and the guys kept buying in and playing hard and doing exactly what we asked them to do. I mean, tonight, okay, 6-game losing streak, you didn't see a team out there that played like a 6-game losing streak. You saw a team that left everything out on the floor, and when you're in our position, we have some deficiencies that happen, but your effort, your camaraderie, and everything, the way things were going. Our guys kept fighting. We fought our tails off Saturday, and I just struggle that I couldn't find a way to get them wins, to give them that juice, because I really thought we were just one good bounce away from us going on the roll. And I really appreciate these seniors that kept battling and fighting.
Konner, to be so close like you guys were, what does it take to keep fighting like you did, but also how disappointing is it to come up short so many times?
I think it has a lot to do with our brotherhood in the locker room, and the love that we have for each other, playing for each other, with each other. There's a special bond on our team in that sense, and so it's, no matter how hard it gets, Coach always preaching, there's another day ahead of us to get better. So that's what we try to do for each other, for Coach, for the program, for the university, for fans, because they deserve that. There's no way we were giving up, obviously. We're very disappointed that, we couldn't make a better run here. It certainly hurts. I'm excited certainly for what this program's going to do next year, and what's ahead of them as well. So there's a lot of talent on this team, and I think there's a lot of bright future ahead. So.
Zach, I'm curious your thoughts. Just you've been in the program 4 years. What's kind of your emotions right now after another first-round exit?
Well, it's tough. All 3 years we got here, same thing, same result. So it's tough, but I don't really know what to say other than that.
Coach, what do you think is the future of this program? You lose 4 seniors, but you have some stuff coming back as well. So what do you think about next year?
Well, Coulter, I would give us some time. Right now, you sit there and you're stung after losing the game, but right off the top of my head, what Zach and Konner and Joe and Benny and even Quinn Price, who's not with us anymore, what those guys, we got here 4 years ago, and this young man to my right was one of the first people to believe in us getting it turned around and doing some things. And these 2 guys are going to graduate in 4 years. They're unbelievably good guys. So right now I'm thinking about a lot of good things about these guys and how much I'm going to miss them, because there's things that hurt you personally. Zach getting hurt 5 to 7 minutes into his senior night, not getting to play that night, but yet finding a way to get treatment 4 times a day to give us 10 minutes today that you shouldn't have played. That's Zach. Zach's a grinder. Konner, we found him, and he came to us and found a home. And the last month of the season, probably no one on the team's made bigger strides as a player. And so that hurts that you're losing these guys. And a lot of the guys in the locker room got another year to get better. These guys don't. They came in with high expectations. We didn't reach them. That'll take a couple weeks to get out of your system, but then we got to go back to work and get going better. But these guys, they left an imprint on me, and when they both walk across the graduation stage and make money for the rest of their life, they'll make big impacts in the community. We were lucky to have them.
I'm still like, did that just happen? It's kind of like last year's championship game, but I felt the first half Montana State did a great job of taking the fight to us. They really came out and was aggressive and dictated everything. We were on our heels, and I kept challenging these guys, when we're going to fight back. And it didn't happen, honestly, until about the 5-minute mark of the first half. We finished the half strong, cut it to 7, I believe. And then the second half, they came out again and took it to us. Again, we were on our heels, and they got a lot of stuff done in transition off our miscues or just quick shots. But then in the last 11 minutes, I thought our guys they got it done on the defensive end, bottom line. We were able to defend them, and some guys made some huge shots. Obviously, Dale Jones came and hit a couple big buckets for us. Marlon, whether he was scoring it or distributing it, was really big for us. And obviously the last shot, and Keenan, a big putback by him. But this is a team I've been waiting to see all year long. They've had spurts of that, of grittiness, toughness. And we've been in so many close games like Montana State. We just haven't come out top on that. And sometimes you can, what I've been impressed with this group is they've never quit during the whole season. They've really stayed the course, came every day to work. And, that's our hope now that we've had a lot of success in this building. And we should have some confidence because we played well in here. And obviously I think that factored in down the stretch.
Open it up for questions to the players and coach.
Geno, do you think that was a factor, the fact that you guys have had success in this gym before, and you guys have played so well in this tournament before. Did that help you have a sense of belief that you could finish this thing off?
Yeah, I think it, instills a sense of confidence in guys, knowing that, we've been here no matter the situation we get in. Like, Coach Jones said, we were down, and I think, a little bit of a fight kicked in, but you don't fight like that unless you really believe you can win. So, credit to our guys for really believing and picking it up and pulling together. And obviously, Marlon had a great second half. He made plays, and shout out to the coaches and for us for trusting in him and believing in him. I had getting the ball out of my hands, and they weren't really helping off me, so that opened up a lot of room for him to operate. And he just made the right play every time. So,
Marlon, they made a 3 to go up 19. At that point, they were 13 of 26 from beyond the arc. How are you guys able to stay in it? How difficult is it to stay in it, and how were you guys able to do it?
I think it's difficult at times, but it was just our will at the end of the game. The coaches just kept believing in us and kept pushing us and telling us it's not over, you know what I'm saying, and it's win or go home. So that will just kicked in those last 11 minutes, and it showed out there. I'm proud of our guys.
Ryan, there was no major spurt in the game. I mean, it just kind of like a slow progression throughout the game. Is it hard to keep a team focused like that when you don't get to 7-0, 8-0, kind of runs quickly?
It is, but I think that's where we've tried to stress to our guys throughout the years. It's about the process, and you got to stay the course. We were getting some good looks. Some of them in the first half just weren't going down, and we weren't finishing at the rim in the first half. But yeah, we were never able to, like in our building, we jumped on them to start the game, and then second half they jumped on us. But then we were able to we were down 9 and be able to take the lead again from our defense as well and put a spurt together. We just never really happened for us today. It was just chipping away slowly but surely, and it was different guys. The biggest thing we had to, probably our biggest Achilles heel all day was the backboards, and they were able to. Obviously, they shot really well. They even had some guys make some shots that hadn't made shots in a long time. But we seem to be that team for other teams. I mean, we're the get-right shooting team for most teams, and we know who we are on that. But yeah, on the question before, we just kept the things. We were beating ourselves and doing things outside of what we talked about. And that allowed them to get some easy shots and not sticking to what we call KYP, which is know your personnel. When you're getting outside of that, being aggressive, trying to make a play for us, but it wasn't within a scheme what was working for us. So I thought the guys really bought in and really settled into that stuff. But yeah, this group we have spurt ability at both ends, I think. But to me, that's why March is so great. You got to just stay the course and hope you got the ball in the last possession to make a play, and that's what we were able to do.
Brian, they were shooting so well, but then you forced misses on 12 of their last 14 shots. Defensive adjustment, or just your guys stepping up? How are you guys able to do that?
I wouldn't say it was an adjustment at all. Just do your job. We're always on them. Do your job. You know what you're supposed to do. Get into it. We weren't pressuring the ball as much as we needed to. Getting into the ball, impacting the ball, arriving on the catch. The bigs being up the floor a little bit more, and just contesting. It's hard for Tyler because he's a shot maker and with his length. But the other ones, we felt we were giving them some horse shots because either we were over rotating or over stunting or just not locating them quick enough, and that's not what we're about. So I thought, and they did a good job of playing through their post and our pick and roll coverages and causing some trouble there. But I thought our guys were able to adjust on that as well.
Tyler Hall touched the ball one time last 4 minutes. Was that just a product of you guys denying him?
It's a product of him right there, the pride. Both of them. I mean, obviously Cortez did a great job of him in game 2, but he was injured today, and these guys just stepped up, took different turns at him. But Geno did a good job of guarding him and really getting his hands off him because he draws a lot of fouls. I thought he did a good job of just sticking to him, arriving on the catch, and just being physical without fouling.
You've been part of the program a long time. What is it about March? This team seems kind of surge, no matter what the record is, good, bad,
like Jones has mentioned, I think it's just a pride thing, a heart thing. I think we got guys who want to be winners, and if you want to win, you got to play big in March. So yeah, I think it's just a pride thing, and everybody kind of has come together. I think it's been a long process for this team in particular. We had so many new pieces of getting everybody on the same page, but I think as of late we've been playing a lot better, and just there's no quit in anybody in that locker room. Everybody wants to win. And I think that showed itself out there today and throughout the history of this program in March.
Marlon, I know you have some history with Tyler Hall, so was that a motivating factor coming into this game?
Yeah, it's always motivated when we got to go against him. I mean, going against him in high school, and then now, I mean, this is what we dreamed of, so that's what we love to do.
You guys had that sequence where You hit a shot, he hit one back at you, but then you scored, I think, on 3 straight possessions. Were you trying to answer kind of his challenge?
I was just doing whatever we needed to do to win. You know, we were just attacking their weak points, and I think
he thought he was at the playground. No, he
playing
thought he was at the park back home in Rock Island. That's where he thought he was at.
Coach, can you talk about the matchup with Montana?
And I'll say this, and it's out of nothing but respect for Montana, 1, but Travis, 2. For years it was Weber was, I say, the bully and our Achilles heel, and the one we just could not get past. As of the last few meetings, we've had a little success against Weber. Montana, we haven't. And that just shows you the athletic department as a whole, just how they've been able to sustain across the board in a lot of different areas. And when we got in this league, I wanted to study 2 teams. Obviously, it was Weber and Montana, because how they were able to sustain success year in and year out. So they are a team I feel, obviously, we're gonna compete and we're gonna do whatever we can to win that game. But because of their depth and their size, they are a team I feel that can go on and win a game in a tournament because of their depth and their size, which is different for our league. You don't usually have legitimate big bigs. I think we changed that when we came in the league. We started playing small guards. The league kind of shifted that way, but I think Travis has gone back the other way, more traditional, and it's the way they defend is ridiculous. Multiple guys making multiple efforts, inside-out attack, but the thing they've grown from last year, they make each other better. They have multiple guys that make plays for one another, not the ball being sticky in somebody's hands. So, you know, we got to come and ready to claw and fight and value the basketball. That's always going to be key. And just really be able to defend the block, but also we got to be able to rebound and guard the ball, because Rory is as good as Aguigne. I mean, Aguigne is a great defender, but he's so I feel he's underappreciated offensively as well, because he can do so many things, but he's just doing his job for that team for this year, playing his role. So we're going to have to bring it. We played a little bit better in our building last time we played them, but it still wasn't good enough. We're going to have to be even better come, what is today? Thursday. It's all game day to me. I have no idea what day it is. So, yeah, I have nothing but respect. I really love their team. I've told Travis this. They're a team I take pride in my program, but if teams go on to postseason play, you're proud of the Big Sky for putting teams and coaches on the table, because I feel we've been underappreciated for so long. It's great to see our league's a league RPI where it's at, because I feel we've had that for years now. We just don't get the respect nationally I feel we deserve, because there's good coaches, there's good players in this league.